I never I do make you wrinkle, make you see you one way for yourself. Someone else and I'm alone. Yeah, I forget the words all the time. I'm getting old. What can I say? Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network, baby.
And as promised, let's get to our friend Rick in the CRPA. How are you, Rick?
Tired, exhausted, but glad to be with you guys.
Yeah, me too. Different reasons.
Yeah.
So I do want to apologize on behalf of myself for not being at your auction, but I was held hostage in Sacramento because unlike what I thought was going to happen, which would be done at midnight, and then I would catch a flight out in the morning and be down there with you guys and get to have some fun, they decided about 10 o'clock at night, we're going to go into recess. And we all kind of looked around and said, what? And they pulled a fast one. Go figure. Oh. And so you guys are going to love this. If you'll remember a couple of weeks ago, this is the legislature that with less than 10 minutes left on the clock said, hey, we just amended all these bills. Let's go vote on them so we could spend $260 million of taxpayer money on Proposition 50, which is the redistricting boondoggle. So how many minutes, according to them, did they need to not be able to look at anything to vote? Less than 10. Less than 10. When we get told Friday night, oh, yeah, there were some bills that were amended on Thursday, and so we need 72 hours minimum to read those. And we're all looking at each other going, what? And so they found this loophole because this is the first of the 2-year session that they were able to exploit. They stayed just on the edge of the law, and they exploited it. And so we didn't finish up until Saturday at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So, it was a very long last days on it. So the good news is of the bills that did make it out, we were able to stop 90%. We did get 7 bills that did get through. I do want to highlight that we got 5 positive bills passed this year that were pro-2A, so that was good. But the ones that did go through should be no surprise to anybody that's been listening to the channel. We had the ghost gun bill went through. The veto has already been requested. Mr. Gabriel's Glock bill did get passed. I will say there were several Democrats that joined Republicans voting no, but they still were able to. They just had to get past the 50% mark to get that one across. But we did have a lot more votes voting with us. We've also requested a veto on that. And then we had Berman's 3-gun-a-month club. Same thing. We had a lot of people vote against it, but he still only needed 51% to get that one through. And then the other couple of bills were in the hunting area that we've done veto request. And then we had where the group that requested a veto on one that was from Assemblyman Davies down in Orange County that had to do with minors, and we didn't like the way it was handled or the way it was done, so we requested the vetoes on those. So those are the veto requests. On the good news, we have the shoot with the sheriff that will be held up at Yellow firing range there in Yellow County up there in Northern California, not too far from where your show's heard. And that will feature none other than Chad Bianco next Saturday on the 20th. And so it's a time to go out and shoot with the sheriffs. There are several sheriffs that will be there with Chad Bianco. And so people are going to have an opportunity to shoot with the sitting sheriff in the Bay. And so they have several bays. They have a whole bunch of things. Chad's going to speak. Some other people are going to speak. And so that's going to be a pretty big shindig. And then the week after that, down here in Southern California at Compton, we have the big Spaghetti Western. And hunting season's in full run, starting to go, and people are getting out there and engaging it. And I will be speaking also on the 27th at the Republican National Convention that's being held in Anaheim. So,
awesome. Good, man. Great to hear your voice out there. Quick question. So 5 positive bills passed.
Yeah.
What does that look like compared to the past? Just to keep everyone
that was huge. This has been a huge year. What I sent to my board, I'll keep it really short and brief. But on our side, there's the proposal area. We proposed 30 bills. 15 of them got introduced. 9 of them are still what we call 2-year bills, of which half will probably get passed. And then we got 5 passed, which was the largest group, and one was terminated. So 33% of the bills that we we got passed this year. Our opposition put out 71 bills, and they only got 7 passed, which was 10%.
10%. Look at that.
Look at
that. There is a sea change.
Yeah, there is a sea change, and that's why I'm trying to tell people. I know it's depressed to some people. Get on this thing. We defeated more bills percentage-wise than we've done in the past. We stopped a lot of stuff. We got a lot of things amended down to where they were pretty innocuous. A couple of things we didn't were already prepped for litigation. We were able to, like on the Glock thing, I was able to buy us time till July of next year. We were able to push on that and get that amendment put in, which gave a little bit more time for us both to fight it legally and also to give people in California a little bit more time and FFLs more time to figure out how they wanted to handle this issue. And we also got pushed in that bill. There is a strong chance, we're going to have to see how this plays out, but there's a couple of roads in there that we were able to get pushed into that bill that could allow Gen 5 Glocks to come to California. So
interesting.
We're going to have to see how that plays out, with the lawyers over the next couple of months, but that's in there. So, yeah, there was a lot of fighting, a lot of hand-wringing the last, I would say, 96 hours of the session.
Wow. Rick, I'm not a lawyer, and I don't even play one on TV, but let me ask you a lawyer-type question. Now, the Ninth Circus has already said that you can't deny people, per month. And now they're going to do 3 per month. Don't the judges who ruled against this already, doesn't this upset them? As in, so how quickly can we get one of these judges to say, no, California, you can't do that? Or is this is what's going to be? No, this is what's going to be interesting. I mean, the Ninth Circuit has a lot of judges on it, but the judges are starting to get irritated, and not just in our area. And I know I say it every week, but you have to realize people are really getting irritated across the board. I mean, the bloodbath that we just went through over the past few days, it was on energy. It was on schools and parents' rights and health care and the Second Amendment. I mean, it was over and over and over again, and there were many victories that were won that are not normal over the past 20 years that we were able to stop because people are actually getting off their couches and starting to go. We just need to keep pushing that momentum.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're hearing that you have people jumping the aisle and voting with you, even if it's not a win, that you have bodies starting to vote for you. That is such a good sign. And
we had people that no-showed the vote.
Wow.
I mean, there were several controversial votes, including within our community, where there were people who are like, nope, I'm not voting, because we have our people actually making their voice heard in their districts. And so now some of those politicians aren't so happy-campy to show us and vote because they're like, I would rather just not vote. Like, I didn't vote with you. I didn't vote against you.
Well, so
that works.
We just got to push a little bit harder so that they don't no vote, they just vote no.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
exactly.
But the building is starting to lean in that direction. That's great.
Yeah, the pendulum's coming undone.
To be really clear and fair, Mark, the building is dividing on itself.
Oh, yeah.
There is a group that is going way, way left. There's a group that is to the right, and then there's a group in the middle that is growing very fatigued and tired and doesn't want to be pushed into either side. So that's a very different building that we had where you were either this or that, just a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
that's good. And one more question, really quickly, Rick.
Sure.
When you submit a veto request, that's I recognize that's pro forma. What are the chances of the governor, who I know is running for president?
There's a couple bills. There was one that the veto request is you put the veto request in, and then you start making contact with all the people that have the governor's ear. So, like, I'm not done. It's just it's a different game right now for the next couple of weeks. But, I mean, there's people on one of the bill that have the governor's ear, and already the feedback we're getting is the governor's not really fond of that bill and is thinking about vetoing it. So they go, they meet, they do stuff, and there are a lot of people were very negative and said, a couple of the bills that we got the governor signed, he wasn't going to sign it, he did sign. Yeah. So,
all right.
And all the tension that has went on this week has caused people to further divide into different camps, and that's all. Everything's been a factor.
Yeah. As I said earlier, it's been quite a week.
I know. So. That's why I'm trying to be very careful where I step. But, that's very much a part. And I will tell you that on a positive note, if anything could be positive out of that, not only have there been numerous chapters, but the outreach from a lot of the existing college and high school chapters to the CRPA over the last couple of days has been amazing. We're trying to pull resources together to meet the needs of these people who want to exercise their Second Amendment rights, who want to start moving forward and building those connections in the community. And so it's a huge influx.
All right. Rick, if anybody wants to join, send you money, donate their time, how do they get a hold of you?
CRPA.org, and if they have any questions, concerns, reach out to us. You can even address it to me at contact@CRPA.org, and we'll get back to you.
All right, Rick, thanks. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Rick.
Take care.
Take care. Bye. All right, guys.
Man, doing some good out there.
Oh, yeah.
CRPA doing some good.
Yeah, I mean, 10% of the bills got through. That's
a huge
That
step.
means 90% did not.
Yep,
and we're faced at being it the other way.
Right.
Yeah, and those are good odds even in Vegas.
Yay.
All right, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And when we get back, it's phone call time. What's the number?
866-870-5752.
Leon, you want to give the phone number?
That number is 866-870-5752. Again, 866-870-5752.
You're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we'll be right back.